Listen to that. That's a cat of some sort. It's trying to come down. Dang bobcat. You got to be kidding me. We heard the most awful screaming. People would have said it was a mountain lion. And I mean, it was loud. We heard it from 200 yards away. And we said, hey, let's get over there, see what it is. And sure enough, came over here, shined up that tree. And there's a wildcat, son. I mean, a wildcat.
Okay, it's November 6th, and I left my stuff in the tree last night, so I'm going back to the same place. We have the same wind direction, just not nearly as crazy windy. So my hope is that the movement will be better now that we've got kind of normal speeds. I feel like we're due. November 6th is a great day usually, so I'm gonna be hopeful. I feel like I'm in a good spot for cruising bucks, and just need them to follow the script finally. So that is the plan.
Yeah, you'll notice I have a mustache. The fearless leader of this group is Mark Kenyon, and Mark killed a big buck, and Mark has a mustache. And as a hunter of ancient origin that is very good at picking up on correlations, like the moon did this and this happened, so they must be connected. A blue jay flew over my hut at this time, and then I went out and killed a bear, so that must mean blue jay over the hut is good. Well, I saw Mark Kenyon with a mustache, and he killed a big buck, so I now have a mustache. I feel like I've got no choice but to go back in where I went yesterday, where we saw 9 does. I mean, just you got to hunt these does this time of year. So I'm going back into that same stand.
November 6th. It's just finally legal shooting light. It's been legal shooting for a little while, but you couldn't shoot. 46 degrees, perfect wind. The duck hunters are just smashing the mallards down on the river right now. There's just awesome terrain features here around this little bedding knob, and there should be bucks cruising all over. There was a little buck right down the road coming this way chasing does when we drove in this morning. You'll probably see him. I'm so pumped I can't see yet. There's fields up above us, and we came in the backside to catch them coming off the fields. It should just be money. I'm so pumped for this set.
Being totally new to this area, I'm gonna need all the help I can get. This snow is pretty fresh, so anytime I can see tracks, that's gonna be noteworthy. I've got a couple sets of tracks going up this way, which looks like, based on Onyx, they're headed to like a little logging clearing, which is a spot I want to get to as well. So I'm gonna need to pay attention to all the tracks. This was definitely a buck. I'm gonna go up here and loop around and see if we can get a look in there. It's the first tracks we've seen. I think we'll come across quite a bit today.
This is the kind of day you absolutely dream about. If you're a white-tailed deer hunter hunting the rut, it's November 6th. It's cloudy. We got like a 5 to 10 mile an hour breeze. It's supposed to pick up to 15 midday. The high is 55. It's like mid-40s right now. I'm a little chilly. I mean, it is absolutely perfect. The hard part is just telling yourself that your best tactic is just to stay put. Let the buck come to you. Be confident in the spot. Let the buck come to you. It's so easy. Like I've got standing corn nearby. It's already in my head that I'm not close enough to that standing corn and I should be down the hill closer to it. I haven't seen a single buck in Ohio, so hoping things turn around. I'd like to have a good time out here. Seems it's about time. Now, speaking of that, last night, just before dark, this big guy showed up on camera. And I went walking through there to get out of here. Maybe about a half hour after that. So I hope that he wasn't still in there when I walked through and that didn't spook him. It's 9:30, November the 6th. I've had 5 does. It came in this morning, 6 turkeys. Seem to be totally undetected, which is good. We've hunted morning and evening every day since November the 1st, and I've yet to see a single action of a white-tailed deer that indicated they were in rut. Like I haven't seen chasing, I haven't seen bucks grunting, I haven't seen fresh scrapes. But my point is that you can hunt in great places. This place, I got pictures that blow your mind of big deer on this place. But you can hunt the rut and it just seemed like nothing's going on. But I'm very hopeful. I mean, last year we held it out right to the end. I've killed a lot of deer on the last day. So, just gonna keep sitting. Sounds like it's just not that good for anyone right now. At least anyone I'm in contact with. I've got a couple buddies who are hunting who haven't seen anything. And I don't have an explanation for it, but there's something going on where it is just dead and it shouldn't be. Everything on paper would be like, we should be covered in. I'm having a pity party for myself because I don't know what to do. My original goal getting in here today was to sit this all day. And now I'm thinking there's a really thick little part of this draw up at the head of it. Nobody's hunted that. Then on the other side of this property there's another draw with some kind of thick bedding cover in it. Nobody's hunted that either. And I'm like, maybe we need to go saddle up, get a different look. But I also know Tom to bail on this. Because the odds of there not being a buck cruising through here today seems so low. So I'm sitting here going back and forth, and I just want to look up and see a freaking deer walking through the woods. Settle me down a little bit.
That was a delicious sausage, egg, and cheese English muffin. I actually had 2 this morning. Eating well out here is a big part of a rut hunt. You gotta be dialed on the food. I've said it before. One of the most important things to have in place for the rut is a good snack schedule. Because you gotta eat well, keep your belly full, keep your brain occupied with tasty stuff. The trick I found is to spread your snacks out over the course of the day, especially if you're doing an all-day sit like I am. It just you don't have to, but it sure makes it a lot easier to stay out here and not want to go back to camp. I tell myself, well, you can stick it out 1 more hour, you can have a granola bar. 1 more hour and you get your sandwich. And that can actually give you these little boops, little bumps of excitement to get you through a long day. And these have been long days.
First Lights Whitetail Week is the perfect time to get geared up for the fall.
From October 2nd to October 8th, you can get some of the best deals available, up to 40% off some of the whitetail gear.
Save big on game-changing styles like the Whitetail Catalyst Jacket Bib and the world's best merino base layers.
And through Camo for Conservation, a portion of every camo sale goes to the National Deer Association in protecting critical deer habitat.
Head over to the site from October 2nd through the 8th. Get geared up for the fall.
For the last half hour, I bet I've bumped like 15 deer out of their beds. Almost all of them have been does. A couple of them were very small, forky bucks. But there's something here they like. I'm just gonna keep slowly walking through here. Maybe we bumped the right buck. I haven't had service for a lot of today, so I just got hit up with a bunch of text messages. These guys are starting to talk in riddles now, like literal riddles, because Clay thinks it might help him kill the deer. I told you sitting in a tree all day isn't good for a guy. It'll make you do crazy stuff, like talk in riddles. So I'm just gonna keep moving around out here to stay sane.
Sounds like Mark just texted me and said he's pulled his set, moved. Yanni's moving. And then Clay's sitting tight, he's on some deer. I don't know what Spencer's doing, but I'm just wrestling with the idea of getting out of here, going, throwing up a set somewhere else, and looking at some new territory. But I don't know. I really still think that a buck's gonna come through here, but I cannot Relocations. And you're still listening to another dude whispering loudly in a tree. It got windy this afternoon, pushed a solid 15. Enough to make this tree sway pretty good. Put a little fear in me. But haven't seen anything since I switched.
I'm excited about this afternoon. It's warm, but it's gonna be good. We're gonna see some deer. Janis is moved to a cornfield, and he thinks he's right down in on some real good hunting. And for some reason, he's not been in there yet. That's good. Mark made a Hail Mary move into the center of his property, going after that huge 8-point. That's good. Tony moved to a new location with some fresh sign. That's gonna be good. Spencer is scouting. He found some deer. He saw 20 deer today. He acted like that wasn't a big deal. Found some deer, and he's setting up on them. So surely the life of a buck deer will be taken this evening by one of us.
I am headed in for the evening hunt, and why I'm optimistic about this spot, probably wrongly optimistic based on what I've seen so far, is that it's going to come close to a private hay field. And since these deer don't have a lot of obvious choice food sources, that's what's drawing me there. And I think that hay field is going to draw the deer there as well. So I'm just going to be waiting between where I think the deer are bedding, which is the really thick timber, and where the deer are feeding, which is the hay field. And hopefully we see these deer filter out for the last hour or so of daylight, and we're going to be waiting for them.
This is where I'm gonna sit for tonight. Got the hayfield on this side of me, the dark timber on this side of me. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but there's a good trail system about 80 to 100 yards in front of me that I think they might use to get out here. We've been here about 15 minutes. We've got 2 does coming through this lane. This is exactly where I want these deer to walk. Just need a buck to do it. That gives me a little bit of confidence. We'll see. That other one's coming out here to the left in a second. Got 15 minutes until sunset. So far it's been a fun night. We've had 6 does do exactly what I want a buck to do, which is just use this little alley in front of me during the rut, like you want to be where the does are at, because that's where the bucks want to be. But this area has a really, really lopsided buck to doe ratio, so it's encouraging and it gives me a little bit of confidence, but
bit more luck than that.
That's a buck. That's a buck. I just gotta get him, let him get behind out from behind this tree. Come on. That's a dead deer. That's a dead deer. Sun had just set. I think I've seen probably around 30 deer today. This is the biggest one. He's just like a standard whitetail for this part of the country, but I am stoked. I've killed a lot bigger deer than this in recent years, but the buck fever right now, like I don't like to set goals for what I want to kill. It's just like what gets me excited. And this was super, super exciting. I can't believe that worked out. Just like picked a spot on a map. They're like, okay, I think that's where deer are going to be. And then, sure enough, 80 yards away from me. Oh, stoked. Stoked. Felt like a good shot. Let's go find him. I think he went this way. Oh, yes. This is not a mature buck. This is probably a 2.5 or 3.5 year old for this area. But man, I am stoked. So happy. That was a fun hunt to figure out where I wanted to be, and then to get here and to like think it was gonna work, having the does come through, and then for this buck to show up right at sunset. Oh, that's perfect. There's a big buck out there. He's coming.
Meh. I see him out there. I shot that buck for 30, and I think he was about probably 25. It was a clean miss. So that's the good news. Man, if that deer was really big, I would have been upset. I think it was just a good deer, and I am upset, but we'll get one tomorrow.